Your muscles and bones are partners in a lifelong dance. When one moves, the other learns. When one strengthens, the other follows. And what most people call aging is often just silence, years of sending no signal at all. The body only responds to what it hears. So if you speak to it again through small, consistent effort, it will answer. The same body that once built your youth is still listening. It just needs you to remind it what to build next. When you stop seeing your bones as a slow surrender to time and start seeing them as living proof that you're still here, everything changes. Your skeleton isn't a museum of who you used to be. It's a living record of how you move, how you adapt, how you refuse to stop evolving. Every step, every press, every lift is a new signature on that record. Your body is still writing your story, one quiet rep at a time. It's easy to believe decline is inevitable. The world tells you to slow down, to accept weakness as wisdom. But strength and age are not enemies. They coexist. They belong together. The truth is, your body never lost the ability to rebuild. It just lost the invitation. And the moment you begin to move again with purpose, even gently, you reopen that conversation. Because exercise isn't punishment. It's communication. Every time you push a little, you remind yourselves that you're alive. You tell your muscles to pull, your bones to listen, and your entire system to wake up. The forces that built you once are still waiting for your command. Aging doesn't silence that power. It just asks for your attention. So the next time you stand up from a chair, climb a step, or lift something with intention, remember this: you're not just maintaining, you're rebuilding. You're sending your body a message that echoes all the way to your bones. We still have work to do. The process may be slow, but it's real, and it's yours. The same way neglect whispers decay, effort whispers renewal. If this message found you at a time when you needed hope, thank you for staying until the end. You are not late, you are not behind, and you are not fragile. You are adaptable, resilient, and capable of rewriting what aging looks like. If this story spoke to something inside you, I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share it with someone who needs to hear that it's not over. Maybe a friend from your walking group, a brother, or someone from your community who forgot how strong they still are. In the comments, tell us, when was the last time your body surprised you? What kind of movement makes you feel alive again? Your bones are still listening, and now they're waiting for your next word. They say silence has no sound, but if you listen closely, your body is never truly quiet. Beneath your skin, deep within your frame, your bones are speaking. They don't use words, but they respond to every choice you make, every step, every pause, every hour you spend sitting in stillness. Your bones are alive, not stone, not static, not the relics of your youth, but living, sensing, adapting tissues that shape themselves around the life you live. Most people never hear that truth. They think of bones as cold marble, carved long ago, now fading with time. But the reality is astonishing. Your skeleton is a record of your habits. It listens to pressure, to impact, to the rhythm of motion, and it rebuilds itself in response. Every time you move with purpose, your bones receive a message. Stay strong, reinforce, we still need you. But the modern world has turned down that signal. Cars, chairs, long hours of screens, we've built a life of invisible gravity loss. Astronauts in space lose up to 20% of their bone density in just a few months because there's no resistance, no pull of the Earth to remind their skeletons to stay dense. The same thing happens here on Earth, just slower. Sitting all day is our quiet version of zero gravity. The force that once kept our bones alive fades into background noise. And here's the painful irony. Many people think they're doing enough. A daily walk, a few stretches, a weekend of light activity, and they call that movement. But for bones, that's just maintenance, not growth. Walking keeps your joints mobile and your heart healthy, yes, but it doesn't give your skeleton a reason to rebuild. Bones crave challenge. They thrive under tension and compression, under the gentle stress that tells them we still have work to do. Without it, they adapt in the opposite direction. They soften, they surrender. Every hour of stillness is a quiet message that says you're no longer needed. But the miracle of biology is that your body will listen to a new message the very next day you start sending it. You can still change the conversation. You can still speak to your bones in the only language they understand: movement with purpose. Your bones are not fragile glass waiting to break. They're engineers, architects, and builders all at once. Inside each one, there's a living army of cells that never stop remodeling the world beneath your skin. They tear down, they rebuild, they reinforce. And every time you move with effort, even for just a few minutes, those cells get the message: construction is still active. That message doesn't come from supplements or slogans. It comes from force, the good kind. When you push against gravity, when you lift, when you press, when your muscles pull on your bones, you are speaking the ancient biological language of strength. This is what wakes up your osteoblasts, the builders deep within your skeleton. They start laying new beams of trabecular bone, those tiny scaffolds that hold you upright. You can't see them forming, but they are. Every squat, every lift, every step up a stair tells your body we're not done building. There was a woman named Helen, 68 years old, who once feared her bones had betrayed her. Her doctor told her she was losing density fast, that she'd need to be careful, gentle, less active. But something inside her refused that quiet decline. She began with a few resistance bands, slow squats by the kitchen counter, tiny daily routines that seemed too small to matter. Yet month after month, her confidence grew, and so did her strength. A year later, her scans showed something her doctor couldn't believe. Her bone density had improved. The architect inside her body had come back to work. This is the power hidden in simplicity. Your skeleton doesn't need punishment. It needs purpose. Walking keeps you alive. Resistance makes you stronger. Together, they keep your balance, your independence, and your story in motion.